inflammatory versus anti-inflammatory processes. I need you to know that you can't get an N3 derivative from an N6 precursor and vice versa, which is why they're both important. And I need you to know which ones come from what. Arachidonic acid is an N6 derivative, right, or an omega-6 derivative. EPA and DHA are omega-3 derivatives. The ARA goes eventually into, which goes into the eicosanoids, which become prostaglandins and leukotrienes, pro-inflammatory direction in general. The omega-3s, right, especially the EPA, anti-inflammatory, anti-thrombotic direction. Specifically speaking, as far as numbering, nomenclature, etc., you do not have to memorize a thing. What you do need to understand is where you're counting from, right? If I say, you know, like your omega, you're counting from the methyl end. I'm not going to ask you to draw a structure. I'm not going to ask you to go through and number the bonds and tell me where they are. But I could say this is an omega-6 20 carbon fatty acid, right? With 2 double bonds. You need to understand that you can't convert that to an omega-3. Or if I just write down this, 20, right, let's say 3, N minus 3, you need to be able to tell me how many carbons are in this molecule, which is 20, that there are 3 double bonds, and that the first one occurs here. You don't need to convert that to a structure to draw it for me, but you need to be able to tell me this, so I could say, what's the difference between 23 N minus 3 and 22, bless you, 4 N minus 4, or N minus 3. There are 2 differences. One is that this one has 2 more carbons than the other one, and the other one is that this has an extra double bond. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're not, no more, no, okay? No more of the zigzag.
Thank you.
And is it possible, like, you would ask if it's cis or trans?
So because we're working in the body right now and so much of that is
It's always
cis,
gonna be
yeah,
cis.
I'm not going to give you a molecule and go is this cis or trans because 317 and hopefully biochem did that. So yeah, you just need to be able to understand this because I could tell you, okay, we just used a desaturase, this is the product, what happened, right? When we used a desaturase, we made 1 extra double bond. We also used an elongase, which added 2 carbons, right? But you don't even have to know any of that as long as you can interpret this and this. I'm giving you extra information that might be helpful, but if you don't need it, just look at the difference between this and this. Okay, great.